Hey, happy Friday. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another Arkham Horror live stream. We are here taking on the path to Carcosa. Last time on Arkham Horror, that is correct. Maddie, Beast Note, it is Friday. Happy Friday. This is exciting. I love Fridays. Fridays are great. Whew. But yeah, so really exciting stuff. I've been absolutely loving this campaign so far. This campaign has been just every single, well, I guess the two scenarios that I've played have just been incredibly fun. This one has a little bit bigger of a map, so that kind of makes me a little bit wary, but we'll see. I mean, I've been proven wrong before, but I think I was a little bit, not scared, but a little bit put off by some of the large maps and Edge of the Earth, and so seeing this, it's a little bit bigger than normal, but I'm sure it will be fine. Whew. Okay, so we are playing through the third scenario, which is Echoes of the Past. Echoes of the Past is, look at the size of the map. It's so small. Yeah, I didn't have to hang my camera from the ceiling to try and capture the entire room, so I could lay out the map everywhere, because that's usually what happens, is it's just kind of crazy like that. But yeah, so I'm just happy to be playing Arkham again. It's fun. We've made it out last week with 4 experience points. We ended up getting 4 experience points, which was excellent. That added on to Harvey's 2 and Mark's 1 remaining experience point. However, what we one of the comments that one of the comments was that why didn't I go with the Miskatonic archaeological funding, which I said I was going to do during deck creation, but instead I went with charisma, and so I'm just going to make the switch. We're playing a friendly game here. Make the switch to Miskatonic archaeological funding. I had the experience points to do that last time, and so we swapped Miskatonic, which says that we have 2 additional ally slots, which can only be used to hold Miskatonic assets, and the majority of Harvey's deck, or Harvey's allies, are Miskatonic, and so it does help to have that out rather than charisma, which is just a +1 ally slot. And so I just made that switch out so we can get a couple more of his allies into play. It does have a ability that says whenever you take damage or hoard, no more than 1 of that damage can be assigned to a Miskatonic asset, so it does kind of balance itself out a little bit. But being able to have 3 allies in play with Harvey is going to be just really solid, I think, mainly because we have the research librarian, and that's going to allow him to pump his hand size up pretty significantly. Hey, Astari, Arkham time. It is. I'm so pumped for Arkham. I am so pumped for Arkham. So that was kind of a retcon / mistake. It's my first so that was kind of the upgrade from last time. So let's just why not Miskatonic archaeological funding? Because you're not at a dig site, you're at a historical society. Well, I mean, any place is a dig site if you try hard enough, right? I think that's true. Okay, so we had 5 experience. Then after I upped this to a level 4, we had 5 experience for both of the investigators, and so I'm still trying to figure out where exactly all of this needs to go. And so the first thing let's look at Harvey. So I did translate the archaic glyphs, so I was able to write that I translated the glyphs. And so I'm upgrading one of these level 0s into a level 2, and it's going to be the one that says you can spend 1 charge, and then for every 2 points you succeed by, discover 1 additional clue at your location. So this is going to allow us to just increase that action efficiency. And once this is on the table, because he has such a high book, we are probably going to be able to succeed by more than 2 fairly consistently, depending on the shroud of the location. But if we can grab 2 clues or even 3 clues, that saves us so many actions and can just be incredibly nice when counting actions. So that's going to be one of our switches. The other thought I was looking at, which was Strange Solutions' suggestion, was to add in 2 copies or a copy or 2 of the upgraded magnifying glass, and I wanted to talk about that with y'all. So the upgraded magnifying glass, currently the magnifying glass that I have is a 1 cost fast action. The upgraded version goes to a 0 cost fast action to play, and it says while there are no clues on your location, you can take it into your hand as a fast action. So that allows you to pump up your hand size to increase that, so that for things like cryptic right, or like I forgot, there are a couple of options in our deck. The upgraded cryptic writings, which is what I was looking at, allows us to gain more resources if we have more cards, and then Harvey just wants a lot of cards, and so that could help us, bounce the card back into our hand to increase that hand size, and then we can put it down once we've carried out the action. So I'm thinking about doing that. I'm thinking about just upgrading both of these. Then if we have both of these out, it costs less, it makes them easier to get out, and then hopefully being able to grab 3 experience this scenario, which so far the experience has been fairly decent to be able to upgrade into maybe a second copy of Archaic Glyphs. Curious on what y'all's thoughts are on that, to get those upgraded magnifying glasses, or do we just save the money and look for something else? The other kind of thought is the 0 cost upgraded version of magnifying glass is not super important for the cost, because Harvey has so much money going around. He has so much money flowing, and like very frequently we're not able to even spend all of his money. And so the benefit of it being 0 is a little bit dissuaded, I would say, because we have just an incredible action efficiency. Or not action efficiency, but money efficiency. I guess it would help. I mean, we could throw 2 of them down and we get +2 books while investigating. And it gets a little bit better because now that we're running Archaic Glyphs, we have the headroom that where we want to be over succeeding, and so that's kind of nice. The other thing we could do is we could go with an extra perception, like the upgraded version of perception is what I was looking at that. But yeah, so those are kind of my thoughts. Let me move on over to Mark. Now, Mark, I had a little bit harder of a time figuring out what he wanted to do, and there are just so many weapons and so many like upgraded versions of these hand slot items that the Guardians have, that I was a little bit, I don't know, I didn't know. He has a really robust weapon arsenal in his deck so far. The upgraded beat cops are super solid for Mark, especially because of his ability. And so what I was thinking is just swapping out and going with 1 level 5 card, swapping out a 32 Colt for a 1/2 punch, and again just kind of thinking about our action efficiency. So a 1/2 punch at level 5 says that you automatically succeed and deal +1 damage for an attack. So you pay 2 and you're able to deal 1 damage immediately. Then you can fight again with +3 and deal +2 damage for that attack. So for 1 action, I deal 1 damage, and then ideally and likely I would be fighting at like an 8 or maybe a 9 if I have a beat cop out, and would deal 3 damage. So this 2 cost card can be 3 damage and it's 1 action. So that was kind of my thought. And if I can just use Harvey's insane card draw and just have this in our hand and use it for a big enemy or to get us out of a sticky situation, because it's an event, it's not something that we can just readily call on unless we have it in our hand, then it was like, I think that works. The only problem is that it's a 1 card in the 33 card deck, and then it gets hard. Ooh, a 1/2 punch on not Nathaniel Cho. Interesting. Yeah. Mark's just over here, he has 2 guns in his hand, but he's just beating with the 1-2 punch. But it just seemed like a super efficient card, helping with the action economy, and then also just it can do some nasty stuff to some of these bigger enemies. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna toss the 32 Colt for the 1-2 punch, and then we'll hang on to the experience. It depends on how much experience we get here. I think the upgraded magnifying glass could be a exciting include later. But also it's nice holding on to 2 experience, because if we only get 3, that does allow us to get up to that level 5 if we want to, or if we get even more, then we can combine that in and start messing around with like some archaic glyphs and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited. It's kind of fun to be able to have 2 upgrades, or two investigators that you're upgrading, which is just another benefit of running 2-handed. And so yeah, we'll start with that. We are starting 1 sanity down because Mark does have a mental trauma at this point, because he was scared of how quickly everything went downhill last time. That's what Mark is having a hard time with. But if you have not watched the last game, it went from smooth sailing to insanity so quickly. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and now Mark has a mental trauma. So, or Harvey has a mental trauma. But yeah. So we've got an interlude, and then we will dive into the scenario of the day. So we've got, where's my book? There it is. We pushed off the interlude until today. So let's go ahead and take a look. So the investigators must decide. Things seem to have calmed down. Perhaps we should go back inside and investigate further. That sounds bad. I don't trust this place one bit. Let's block the door and get the hell out of here. Oh yeah, because at the end, everything kind of changed back into everything was okay. And then these people, if these people are allowed to live, these horrors will only repeat themselves. We have to put an end to this. We have to kill them. Proceed to reality 3. Oh, that's a tough choice, right? So we can go back inside, which that's out. We could kill them, or we can not trust the place, block the door, and get the hell out of there. I feel like blocking the door and getting the hell out of there means that we're probably going to have some issues in the future when they come back. I also don't really want to kill them, because that seems pretty bad. I don't think I trust this place. I'm making this decision. I've never read any of the... I'm also like kind of afraid that if we like go in and kill them all, it's going to be like burning down the house in the first scenario, where you just everyone gets a mental trauma and you move along, and it's like, that's not fun. That's not good at all, especially with Mark over here sitting at 5. Let's leave. Let's get out of here. We don't need to do that. So Reality Shadow 2. You can't trust your senses. This is all a trick, an attempt to lure you back inside. You're no safer now than you were before. Swallowing your fear, you set to work barricading the front door of the manor using several of the heavy stone benches lining the cobblestone path in the front yard. You hope it's enough, but you aren't willing to stick around to find out. As soon as you're done, you head back to your vehicle and drive towards Southside, where you hope to find answers. That door isn't going to stop them. In your campaign log, record that you fled the dinner party. I'm going to write that down because I'm being diligent about writing things down. Okay. So I fled the dinner party. Remove all cultist, heart things, and tablets. So tablets. don't think I have any of those other ones. Oh, there we go. Was I supposed to? Is this why it's been so easy? No. Okay. Maybe there's ways to add them in. Yeah, maybe there were ways to add them in some other scenario or something. But okay, so remove all of these, and then we're adding two things. I don't know, like the heart ones, they kind of looks like weird hearts to me. There's the cultist. We'll put the there they are. So we're adding two of these guys in there. I like that. That's kind of a cool way to change it up and make the campaign different from the rest of from here on forth. This is, what am I doing? No, hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, so remove all. Okay, so we just kept them in the bag. And then the story continues in scenario 3, Echoes of the Past. That's good, because that's the one I set up. Mark was the one who put all the stones in front of the door, to be clear, because Harvey is an old man. Absolutely. Yeah, Harvey was not helping there. He was critiquing. I feel like Harvey is a critiquer. You know, he would never do it himself, but he tells you how to do it. So I feel like that's a fairly apt description of how I picture Harvey. Okay, well, there's our chaos bag. It's the good luck Pokemon bag. Love it. Then we're proceeding on to scenario 3, Echoes of the Past. Then kind of jostled this all around. Let's get that back to where it needs to be. All right. Your head throbs with a dull ache as you drive through the rainy streets of Arkham towards your next destination. The threat of the stranger looms in your mind, and you find yourself glancing often at your rearview mirror, expecting to see the expressionless vision of the mask haunting you. Instead, you see nothing but the misty, starless night and the deserted road behind you. Your thoughts once again wander, as they have often in the past few hours, to the King in Yellow and the city of Carcosa and its inhabitants. What was the message hidden inside that awful play, the meaning within the madness? A lone detail worms its way to the forefront of your thoughts, that one made apparent by your discussion you'd overheard at Miss Dumain's estate. That tonight's performance of the King in Yellow was not the first Arkham had seen of the foul play. There had been at least one other performance directed by the same man, Nigel Ingram. There is one place in Arkham where records are often kept of important events occurring within the city, the Historical Society's Manor House in the South Side. If there are any records of the previous show of the King in Yellow, the Historical Society may have held on to them. Perhaps there you can find answers to the questions that burn in your mind. Check the campaign log. If Sebastian Moreau was listed under the VIPs interviewed, which I believe he was. I think it was everyone except for one person. But Sebastian Moreau was. This is going to be cool. I can already kind of see where this is going, where from here on out, depending on who you interviewed, you get some extra stuff. That's pretty cool. So you recall what Sebastian told you during the dinner party. The King in Yellow had come to Arkham several decades ago, long before the Ward Theater was built. According to him, it isn't surprising that a few people remember. In fact, part of their goal tonight was to bring the King in Yellow to a wider audience. The Historical Society may have kept records pertaining to earlier production, especially if it was followed by events similar to what occurred tonight. Perhaps you can find some newspaper clippings in the articles describing what happened in the past. So after you put entry hall into play, place 1 per investigator clues on it. So we'll have that there just so we can remember to do that. Okay, so setup, gather all the cards. We did it. When for gathering the Mask of Midnight encounter set. Okay, also this, we're using the Mask of Midnight encounter set, which is, I think, this symbol here, which is just the second scenario of the Night of the Zealot campaign. And it took me forever to find that, because I just like wasn't looking at the previous scenarios. I'm just like, where is this like, where is it? But it was, you just pull out a couple of cards from that scenario, which is cool. Randomly choose one ground floor, one second floor, and one third floor, which we've done. And then we remove those and put the other ones into play. We set the cards outside out of play, so these are over here. Based on the number of players in the game, if there's exactly one player in the game, no changes are made. If there are 2 players, which we are playing 2 players, search the gathered encounter sets for 1 copy of Speaker Carcosa and spawn it at the 3rd floor society location, historical society location. So we need to find, what did I say? 1 copy of Seeker of Carcosa. And spawn it at a 3rd floor. We'll just go over here because I don't know which one to do. Check the campaign log if you fled the dinner party. We did. I just wrote that down. You arrive at the historical society with time to spare. Each investigator can take 1 additional action. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so we got there quick. And we get to go do more. Shuffle the remainder of the encounter cards to build the encounter deck. Aha, and we're off. So what do we got up there? Speaker Carcosa. It's a aloof. At the end of the Mythos phase, move 1 clue from Seeker Carcosa's location to Seeker Carcosa. If you cannot place 1 doom on Seeker, oh geez, okay, so we got to get up there quick, or else we're gonna doom out. It's a 2/3/2, and it's only doing 1 mental, but that Mark doesn't like that enemy at all. Maddie, yeah, usually when the campaigns reuse the modular, it's more generic ones like Ancient Evil, Swarm of Rats, or Striking Fear. Yeah, and then you can, this is the first time I've ever pulled from a scenario set to build a campaign. Okay. Got Mark all shuffled up, and we've got Harvey coming in. Harvey coming in hot. The other thing that I was thinking about looking for Mark was like a lightning gun, which looked really fun, but it did more instances of damage. Like, you had 3 uses, but it also cost 6. And Mark usually is not the one flushed with cash. Now, I know Harvey can pay for it, but that may be a future. Hey, Strange Solution. How's it going? Happy to have you here. Missed the start. What did you upgrade into? So I upgraded into... So I swapped Charisma for Misogynic Archaeology funding. That was just a blunder on my part, and I just did that by just paying the extra experience. Then I swapped 1 Archaic Glyphs into the level 3 Archaic Glyphs and floated 2 resources for Harvey. We were talking before you hopped on if we wanted to upgrade the magnifying glass, use those 2 last resources to upgrade the mag glasses, or hang on to them to make sure that we could guarantee us another archaeological funding. And then over here on Mark, I swapped out a 32 for a 1/2 punch level 5. So just kind of thinking that if we can use Harvey to draw into that, and if there's like a big boss that's going to be mag glasses can probably wait. Okay, cool. We made the right choice then. And then the 1/2 punch is, it's a guaranteed 1, but probably, or a guaranteed 2, probably 5 damage. And so that's going to help us take out a big boss and use Harvey's ability to just draw into it eventually. Maddie, if you buy lightning gun, you need to buy ammo too almost always. The 3 shots ain't enough. And that's fair. I forgot that there is the ammo. So that may be something that we look at for a future upgrade at some point, is just buying extra ammo, because that is really that would be really beneficial for some of these. Did you have or check out Cyclopean Hammer? I do have. I did not check it out. I honestly don't even know what it does. Ugh. We can get this big thing here, and we can go find out what it does. Oh, blue is in the back. It's a level 5, I believe. Yep, so Cyclopean Hammer. Add your brain to your attack. You deal +1 damage for this attack. If you succeed and the enemy is non-elite, you can move it 1 location away from you. If you succeed by 3 or more, you instead deal +2 damage, and you may move the enemy up to 2 locations away from you. Hey, Socratic Method. Cyclopean Hammer is broken good. So that would be a fight of 8. Deal +1 damage. Why is it broken good? Would I not want to keep him around so I can continue to beat up on the bad folks that are engaged with me? It also takes 2 of my hand slots, and so that kind of, it's basically +2 damage most of the time. I gotcha. That it does make it a little bit harder to play. You do not have to push. Oh, you don't have to push them away. You may move. Oh, okay. And it doesn't need ammo. That's a good point. Also, it seems way more fun, or like way cooler than a 1-2 punch. That's, yeah. My only concern would be like, how do I play that when I have so many one-handed weapons in the deck? Do I start putting this in and then start culling all the rest of the weapons out of my deck? With an upgraded bandolier becomes very strong. What's an upgraded bandolier? Quick draw holster. Do you know what level the upgraded bandolier is? Might be a level 2. Do you know what set it is from? Level 2 for bandolier. Okay. Am I just missing it? Or do I may not have it because I don't have all the cards. You might not have it. Return. Oh, it's from a return to. Yeah, I don't have any of the return to stuff. But I was also looking at like quick draw holster, which could, so choose a firearm asset taking only 1 hand slot, attach it to quick draw holster, or switch it with the attached asset. The attached asset takes up no hand slots, and then I can exhaust it and perform a fight action without paying its cost. So it's like maybe I go Cyclopean Hammer and then into a quick draw. Base bandolier is still good too. Into like a quick draw holster, and then that allows me to hold a gun and the hammer. Base bandolier, that's gonna be an asset. Be right here. I don't even know if I have base bandolier, my friends. Oh, there it is. I found the base bandolier. Oh, it's gonna take up my fine clothes. That is my fine clothes spot. You have 1 additional hand slot, can only be used for a weapons asset. Okay. You don't need guns anymore once you get the hammer out, and then I can just, what I like about Arkham is that they're dual use cards. You can just kind of, you can swap it for, or you can toss them for skill test. So, I mean, the hammer does sound like insanely fun, and that's what we're here to do. Fine clothes is basically done now. You take that back, sir, or person, I don't know, but you take that back. Fine clothes, everyone needs a good set of fine clothes. Everyone needs a good suit. No, but that makes sense. Okay, so what we'll do, let's go with the Cyclopean Hammer, because that sounds fun. And then eventually we can upgrade into a bandolier or something, which costs 1 experience points. Return to Dunwich is the level 2 bandolier. Okay, good to know. Thank you. And then kind of what I want to make sure that we have the ability to do is, like, I don't want to like lose the assets, which I guess if I play, and I keep talking myself into it, because also Harvey can help pay for the hammer. Okay, let's do the hammer. It sounds fun. We're here to have fun. Hammer, and then look at bandolier. I may have to go buy the return to box for the upgraded version of bandolier. It's hammer time. I love it. That's yes, absolutely. It's hammering time. It's gonna be so much fun though. So we'll take out a 1-2 punch. I do still think that the The upgrade is, I need to keep that. I do still think the upgrade is from a 32. So if we don't do the 32, or we could toss a, no, we'll just upgrade the 32 because it's only a one fight. Okay. You can always borrow my there you go. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh man. The return to boxes, like I don't play I have not played this game enough. Let me rephrase it. I have not played this game enough to need the boxes, but I really want the player cards in it. Like the story is really like I will get there eventually, so I might as well just buy them. But also, like, I want player cards. If you have prepared for the worst already in Mark, you can tutor for the hammer. I think prepared for the worst. I don't think I have prepared for the worst. Prepare for the worst is where you search the top couple cards of your deck, I think, and you can get a weapon or something, which I don't have that because Harvey just helps that card draw so much. You can kind of tutor for it. Let you look at the top 9. Okay. Yeah, which is a third of your deck, right? It's over a third of your deck once you've drawn your opening hands. So that's probably a fairly successful tutor, if not for the hammer, for something. Ooh, man, this hammer's gonna be sick. This hammer's gonna be so much fun. If I can draw it in the first turn, that'd be cool. Okay, so we've got guts, got vicious blow, overpower, all of the skills, fine clothes, and a 45 automatic for Mark. So I'm thinking we mulligan fine clothes and vicious blow. We have the 45 automatic. Actually, you know what? I may swap a 45, or I may swap a 32 instead of the 45, or a 45 instead of the 32, because I'm gonna need more physical, and the 32 has a fist on it. So, and that would be a reason to keep. But I would rather have the 45 in my deck, like in my bandolier hand, because it deals the +1 damage, or it does the extra fight. Yeah. Mulligan. I don't think I was supposed to shuffle those in. But it was this vicious blow and a fine close. Come on, hammer. Come on, hammer. Ooh, we gotta let me handle this. And we've got the home front. Okay, very nice. We'll put these over here in my card holders, which are D20 made. Really nice. They're tiered. I like them. They're significantly better than the other ones I was using during the game 1, where not all of my cards would fit. Alrighty, let's see what Mark has got. I'm hoping for 12 allies, or 3 allies. I'm hoping for the ally, honestly. I'm hoping for the allies that help me. Ross Esquire, I think is his name, that allow me to help pay for Mark's. That one. This guy right here that just fell out of my deck. That allowed me to help pay for my allies, or I guess my teammates' items, because that's going to help Mark out a lot. So if he needs to be on the good side. For Harvey, we've got deduction. Deduction is nice because we're starting with at least 2 clues here. We got another copy of deduction. We got a guts, aka attorney Steve, working a hunch, and logical reasoning. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna toss everything but the guts and the deduction, right? I want to have the guts just in my hand just as a failsafe, but all of these, like these are kind of later game cards. Working a hunch could be nice, but also it's not building, right? I do want to build a little bit, so let's mulligan those 3 into the Trice Damned Conspiracy, which, okay, we get a second copy of Logical Reasoning, we get a Perception, and then we get a Shortcut. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. We'll shuffle these guys back in. And we're off to the races. Oh, here they are. Alrighty, so the first 2 scenarios of this campaign were incredibly fun. How does this one hold up in everyone's opinion? Is this one still really good? Is this one not as good as the first couple? You not want to tell me because you don't want to sway my opinion? All are fine and correct answers. Okay, so we will start here. Entry hall is connected to it. Oh, to each other ground. Okay, so we can actually swap these out. This one is not one of the strongest. That's a very diplomatic way to say that, but that's fine. That's fine. So entry hall. So entry hall has a shroud of 2, a 0 clues, but we're placing 2 on it. Entry hall is connected to each other ground floor location, and we can resign here. So it's gonna be a really short stream, y'all. Peace. I'm out. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. It's the same for each level. They are connected on the level. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. 1. That makes sense. I was looking at these. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get to any of these locations. Nothing's connected. Okay. Take a sip of our good luck tea to start us out. We have to read our agenda in Acts. So the agenda pops at 2 per investigator, so 4. I think that's the first time I've actually seen that, where it's not a set number of turns, it's turns based on investigator, so that's kind of cool. Surprisingly, the front door of the Historical Society, Jorian Manor, are cracked halfway open when you arrive. That's probably not a good sign, if I've learned anything about Arkham. After 1 or more clues are placed on an enemy in play, flip those clues to the Doom side. Okay. That's at the end of the Mythos phase. So we're skipping the Mythos phase turn 1, so that's nice. Race for answers. Each of the Historical Society's mini rooms contain records and documents that may aid you in your search for the answers of the King in Yellow. There must be something here that can guide you towards the truth. 2 clues per investigator. Good luck. T sounds funny to me, not 100% why. The good luck T. Good luck T. Combined with the good luck Pokemon Chaos Bag. Passing all the good luck around today. So Harvey is our Mark is our lead investigator, but Harvey, let's have Harvey hang out first. To quote Star-Lord, what could go wrong? Nothing. I don't. Yep, nothing. Absolutely nothing. We are perfect here. Thank you very much. Okay, so it's also interesting because I think this is the first game where I haven't started with the card that allows me to follow Harvey around in like my opening hand, and so that changes the game a little bit. That changes the actions. But we've got a shard of 2. Let's investigate for 5, and let's go with a deduction for 6. Let's see what these are. So -2 if you fail to discard a random card from your hand. All of these are -2, and the ones that we have in there is the random card. So they are a little bit different based on what option you chose. So a -2, we have a -4. We are going 6 to 2. So I like those odds. So let's go ahead and look. -4, look at that. So 6 to 2, or 6 to 2, -4. We still pass. We discover one additional clue at that location, so we'll take both of these. 1, 2. Let's have... I need to get up to that Seeker of Carcosa, or else we're going to be just taking a ton of doom. So let's have Harvey move up to the Quiet Halls. Quiet Halls is connected to each other's second floor location. If each location in play is revealed and there are no clues on locations in play, place one investigator per clue on Quiet Halls from the token bank. Very cool. Very cool. I like how they had to clarify from the token bank. Deduction is so... Yeah, deduction's incredibly good. Deduction's incredibly good. And this is a level 0. I don't know if it upgrades. Do you know if... Does deduction upgrade? Because that's pretty solid. I like that. So that was 2. Let's go ahead and... I'm trying to figure out who I want to have cards draw more. I think I would rather have Harvey draw cards. Because I want that hammer. Deduction does have a great level 2 upgrade. Okay. But it's better in multiplayer. True, better in multiplayer. And like multiplayer is in more than 2 or more than like 1, like a true solo play. 3+. Okay, got it. Well, that's good to know. So as my last action of the round, I know I'm not supposed to draw, but so let's gain a money. Okay, so now Mark is over here. We're gonna have him hop up to the top, or hang out with Harvey. We're gonna have him draw a card. We'll trigger Harvey's ability to draw 2. So we got a Guts and an Inspiring Presence. And then we will spend 4 to go ahead and throw the 45 into play. So that comes in with 4 ammo. And we can fight with +1 fight. Go team. I totally forgot to put the deck list in the description. It's my father-in-law's birthday, so we went out to breakfast with him this morning, which is really nice. It was really nice. Okay, so that's the end of what we do. That Seeker Carcosa is going to be annoying because I have to get up there, then engage it. Then that's just annoying. Strange Solution in 3 or 4 players. It has 2 in icons, and you get +1 clue, then +2 if you succeed by 2 or more. Oh, wow. Yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah, that sounds really, really solid. So, enemy phase. This guy's not a hunter, and so we'll draw a card. We'll draw into a med student for Mark. That's going to give us +1 money. We'll unexhaust everything, but we don't have anything exhausted. And then we'll draw into a Archaic Glyphs. Sweet. Archaic Glyphs, the upgraded version of Archaic Glyphs for Harvey. Really nice. Really nice. Okay, so that is it. Confirmed by Socratic. Top of the round, we're going to place 1 Doom. Where are we at? On the agenda here. Mark will draw a card, which is going to be Peril. You must either choose 1, spin 1 clue, or take 2 damage. We don't have a clue to spin, so that's the auto choice right there. That's what we call easy decision making. I guess, hold on. It's after another player draws a non-Peril encounter card. Okay. I do have Let Me Handle This in my hand, so we'll see what Harvey draws. Harvey gets a Peril. You must choose to either spin 1 clue or take 1 damage. Take 2 damage. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And Peril probably means I can't use Let Me Handle This for this anyways, but I don't think I would want to do that. Spend a clue. I'm going to spend a clue because our clue gathering is about to be pretty sufficient because we have the Archaic Glyphs here. We end the Mythos phase. So we check, then we add. So 1 Doom here. And we're back into investigator phase. So I could go like 1, 2, engage for 3, but I'm not going to be able to attack it this round. I'm going to have to probably get up there and not engage it until next turn, and then that's going to allow me to hopefully kill it before this Doom reaches the threshold. Yeah. Decisions. So I guess first things first, or I could shortcut up, move over, engage, and attack, but still, then he's just taking a... I'd rather engage the next turn. So, unless I have something that does +1 damage in my hand. I do have the home front, but I feel like that's a very mediocre use for the home front. Because it'd be 1, engage, 2 for engage, 3 attack. So I need a way to deal an additional damage. So if we do like 45 and commit home front to it, then yes, we can kill it this round, but I don't see a need to try and kill it this round. You don't put Doom on the agenda during the Mythos phase in this... Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, that helps significantly. I'm going to hang on to some of my better cards. Thank you for that. I just completely glossed over that. Okay, so in that case... So, okay, no, we have to reveal Historical Society. I still think I want to get up to Seeker of Carcosa, and then we can maybe work our way down. I assume the clues are going to be in the Historical Societies, because that's what we're kind of looking for. So, okay, so that makes it a little bit better. Let's go with Mark. Let's have... let's have Mark take his turn first. And what we're going to want to do here... Got 2, 4, 6, 7... We made draw, move. That is correct. No Doom on the scenario, but there are plenty of things that add Doom in different... Oh, yeah, I'm sure. It's a cool... It's like a cool different way to play the game, though. I like it. And I needed to draw a card because I took 2 damage here. So 2 damage. Draw into the Cyclopean Hammer. Let's go. Okay, so let's figure out how to play this bad boy. Oh my goodness. That's so exciting. Haha, hammer time. I don't have any money though, and I have this 45 automatic that I want to use. I think probably what we do is we go use the 45 automatic on the Seeker, and just so it's not, I don't know, it feels like wasteful. And then I don't have to spend, and then once I get the money, I can get out there. Or if I draw into the right, draw into that Charles Ross, then I can help pay for it over here. So in that case, let's have, because I was going to have Mark draw a card so we could try and find that hammer. But since we have found it, let's go with Harvey first. Let's go ahead and spend 3 to put Archaic Glyphs in. Archaic Glyphs comes in with 3 charges. This is fun. This is a fun game. 3. So that's 1. Let's go up to Quiet Halls. Quiet Halls is connected to each, and it's a 3 and a 0. Okay. And then I'm actually going to have played Shortcut first to move Mark up here, just so that we can get a little bit more action efficiency and get him over there. And then, so that's a fast action, so that did not take one of my actions. In my last action, no, I'm not supposed to draw because y'all yell at me when I draw for my last action, but I do like, he needs more cards. But like, I get it, because I don't want to. My weaknesses actually aren't horrible in Mark's deck. They're all when I fail skill test. I'm gonna draw. It's gonna burn me, but I know it. We've got a medical student and a laboratory assistant. Perfect. Okay, so there's 2 Misogynic. We'll be able to heal damage or horror. We got laboratory, so our hand size increased by 2. I'm happy with that. Okay, so we're gonna split the party at this point and have... Yeah, we're gonna have Mark move. When an enemy spawns at this location... Oh, this is revealed. Okay, sorry. So this has 4 clues on it. It's a Shroud of 4, and while an investigator at this location controls Mr. Peabody, this location gets -2 Shroud. That was one of the cards we had to set aside at the beginning. So this should have been revealed, and then it's 4 clues. Okay. We will spend... One, 2, 3. We could take 1 horror. We have the med student, and so we could use the med student to heal that horror and the damage on Mark. So let's go ahead and spend our 3rd to engage the Seeker Carcosa. Wait, no, this is 1, 2, and then our 3rd to attack. So we will attack using a 45. We're attacking against a 2. Aloof has to be one of the worst, right? I don't know why. Like, Aloof, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's nice. And it's like, wait, that takes 1 of my 3 actions? I don't like that at all. I don't think I actually took the additional action down here in the entry hall, but here we are. Totally forgot about that. So we're going to swing at him for 6 to 2. We're going to pull a -2, and we still pass. So that's going to deal 2 damage because of our gun. Excellent. Okay, so we are finished with that. During the enemy phase, we'll take 1 horror from Seeker, and then we will unexhaust. We will draw from Mark, which is a beat cop. Oh, beautiful. We need more money from Mark. Mark has too many expensive things. Because now it's like, I really want to get that beat cop down. I really want to get the hammer down. There's just a lot of stuff I want to pay for with Mark. Then Harvey's going to draw into a cryptic writing, which is gain 2 resources. But if we had drawn that in our turn, we would have gained, we've been able to just immediately play it. So we'll hang on to that probably. And he gets a resource. Cool. Now we are at the top of the round. So we skip placing Doom. Mark's card is going to be Peril Revelation. You must choose. Place 1 of your clues on a cultist enemy. Place 1 Doom on the current agenda. This effect may cause the current agenda to advance. So I don't have any clues. So we got 1 Doom on the agenda. Unfortunately. Then Harvey is... Oh, of course it is. It's a Fanatic. Spawn. Revealed location with the most clues. Oh, hey, it's right here. And then it's going to engage Mark, I guess. Reveal force after Fanatic enter play. Move 1 clue from Fanatic locations to Fanatic. And then, where did I see? Flip those clues to the Doom side. So that's going to be a Doom. When you defeat Fanatic, take control of all of its clues. Cool. The enemy changes 1 of the Doom at its location to a Doom at the end of the round, right? You're right. Dang it. Oh, well, it's okay. So it says at the end of the Mythos phase. So the way that I read that, it's after, like, the 3rd step in the Mythos phase is to check to see if we pass, and then we switch the clue. And so I think this is actually down to 2. But I don't think we're advancing this turn because right now, step 3 of the Mythos phase, we check. We have 1, 2, 3, so we're not advancing. And then we got the Mythos phase. We'll then flip this and remove this. End of Mythos phase. I thought it was at the end of the round. Cool. No advance. Boom. Love it. Yep, at the end of the Mythos phase. Love it. Aha. Okay. So now Mark gets to do a lot of damage, so that's kind of fun. And then Oh, so he's just eating the clues. We don't actually get these clues back. We only get Fanatic's clues back. Oh, wow. Okay. That stinks. Okay. You check advancement at the start of the Mythos when you add the Doom. No, I don't think you do. Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. What am I thinking of? Yeah. He turned it into Doom. No, he's destroying evidence. That's what he's doing. He's destroying evidence. He has to go. Okay, well, okay. That's fine. So let's go with Mark's turn first. We're gonna shoot, and then he'll have a clue. Well, we can have Harvey hop over. Shoot. If we take a money, we can play the hammer next turn. So I think that's probably what we will do. Yeah. Okay. So in that case, let's go ahead and then it just gives us a little bit of buffer. So let's have Mark is attacking the Seeker Carcosa with a 45 automatic. So he is swinging for 6 against 2. We'll pull a -1, so that does kill the Seeker Carcosa. And I am understanding that correctly. Those clues are gone. They don't turn back into clues, correct? That's how I'm interpreting it. I think that is correct, but I just wanted to make sure. Then we've got the Fanatic. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 cards in our hand. Clues are gone. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Clues are gone forever. That's so mean. That's so sad. Okay, so we've got the Fanatic. We'll just swing at him. We'll use a 45. We'll swing at him for 6 to 3. Clues are gone forever. They're never coming back. It's a -2, so we are good. Deals 2 damage. The Fanatic is dead. It's so nice having a Guardian on the team. Oh, and we take control of the Fanatic's clues. So Mark gets a clue now. Sweet. Last action, we will... take money. We go to 4 money. That way we can play the hammer next turn. Assuming we have all our money still. So now moving on to Harvey's. We're going to hop over for 1. We'll investigate for 2. We have... for our second action, we will investigate. We're investigating for 5 to 4. We'll perception this to make it 7 to 4. And we're not going to use an archaic glyphs just because we don't need to. There's only 1 clue on the location. So let's go ahead and 0. We succeed. Perception triggers. We get to draw a card. We'll draw a second card. So Eureka and an art student. Excellent. So we take control of this clue. If there is not an action to proceed, is it considered a quick action? Is it considered a forced response? Or for some reason, I just assumed that there was... Maybe I just haven't been... A lot of the scenarios haven't had gather clues to advance recently. It's optional, a fast action. Okay. So since it's optional, that's 2. It does not say you are required to do it and it can be done as fast. Okay, perfect. Great. Awesome. Thank you. So I want to get... I have 3 allies right now. Socratic type, so much fast. I have 3 I have 3 allies right now. I'm thinking about getting one of them into play. It's not going to be art student because we don't have clues at our location. It could be med student. If we do med student, we can heal Mark for 1 and 1. But Mark also has a med student, and I kind of want to save med student for the beat cop. So we could go laboratory assistant, but whenever we do that, we are drawing cards for our last turn. How many total cards in Mark's hand? We have 9. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And in Harvey's, we have 2, 4, 6, 7 total. So if we go with laboratory assistant, we'll go up to our 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, we play our laboratory assistant, we'll go up to 8. We'll still be under our hand limit. But I'm afraid we'll draw our weakness. Lab assistant is fine. She increases hand size too. Yeah, she does increase the hand size. Kind of just my concern was if I draw a weakness, but again, my Harvey's weaknesses don't have horrendous when revealed effects. I think there is a pretty bad one with about hand size, but here we go. Okay, so we'll play the laboratory assistant. So we get to draw 2 cards. Got a Vault of Knowledge, huge, and then a Guts, less huge but still good. Alrighty, so that was 3 actions for each. Now we will move on. There are no enemies in play because Mark is good at his job. And then we will move on to the refresh phase. So Mark draws into a Vicious Blow. I like seeing that. Now we have to get rid of 2 cards for Mark. We're probably going to get rid of Med Student. I don't see Mark playing the Med Student over a Beat Cop. And probably 1 copy of Guts. So that leaves a Vicious Blow, the Hammer, Inspiring Presence, Home Front, Let Me Handle This, Overpower, and a Guts in my hand. So toss those 2. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. We're good there. And we will be able to get the Hammer out. And we have a lot of skill cards, so we do need to start using those skill cards to kind of push those out. He gets some money. Look at that, 5 money. I love seeing that. Then Harvey is going to draw into Working a Hunch. Fast, play only during your turn, discover a clue. Okay. We have a lot of ways outside of investigating to discover clues in Harvey's deck, so we may be leaning a little bit too far to that side and may want a little bit more elsewhere because our clue, so far, clue gathering has not been an issue for us. I think I just discarded that clue. I'll take it with Harvey. Alrighty, so top, place, check, nope. Mark's card is an Acolyte. Spawn at any empty location. After Acolyte enters play, place 1 Doom on it. So we'll spawn it right here just so that Mark can take care of it real quick. And then Harvey's got a Mysterious Chanting. Look at this art. I love this art, is so cool. Oh, that's such a pretty purple. That's cool. Revelation, place 2 Doom on the nearest cultist enemy. If there are no cultist enemies in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a cultist enemy and draw it. Okay, so 2 Doom on the nearest cultist. That's going to be this guy. So we have got to kill that thing, which should not be too big of an issue. Okay. Going into Mark. We got a Markety Mark. Oh, it's happening, everyone. Let's spend 5 to play the Hammer of all hammers, which will automatically discard this 45 automatic because the Hammer takes 2 hands, which is fair. Oh, lordy coming. So that's 1. Let's go ahead and hop over here for 2, which will engage the Acolyte. The Acolyte we are going to fight with the Hammer. So we are fighting for 8 to 3. I don't have any skill cards that I want to use, but we're also going to be fine. 2, 4, 6, 7. So we'll be fine if we don't draw cards. So 8 to 3. We've got a 0. GG Acolyte. The Acolyte is now just in pieces. The Acolyte is now in pieces. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy y'all talked me into the hammer. This is a lot of fun. This is fun. Oh, that's cool. That's really fun. Okay, so that was 2. Let's hop over here to the Historical Society. After you successfully investigate this location, take 2 horror. Discover 1 clues at this oh, okay, so this is a reaction. Discover 1 clue at this location, limit once per round. Okay, so this comes in with 4 clues. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, I guess I already did that. I was thinking about pushing. I should have done that instead, but here we are. I've already revealed it. Okay, so as a fast action on Harvey's turn, let's go ahead and spin the clues to push the act. You find a record kept by one of the Society's historians pertaining to the dreadful events surrounding the closing of an old theater in Arkham, the Cedar Playhouse. Though there is no explicit mention of the King in Yellow, you believe you are on the right track. The historian's notes are cut short, and there is a faded handwritten page clipped to the final entry. This matter is too ghastly for the public eye. I am placing the reminder of this record in a hidden library. All further inquiries should be done away from prying eyes, for this is a dangerous matter and not one to be researched lightly. For every revealed Historical Society location, add 1 per investigator clues to it. Okay, so that's going to be... Oh, okay. Well, I guess it kind of worked out because that's going to get more clues. So this is going to be... We're adding 4 clues here. No, 2 clues here, sorry. So that's going to go to 3, and then we're going to get 2 clues here. Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and spend 3 to play Vault of Knowledge. We're going to get Vault of Knowledge into play here. So what I'm looking at now is, do I investigate using an archaic glyph? And if I do that, then I'm looking at 4 to 5. I have a 6, 7, but that's just that doesn't feel good to me. I can go with the cryptic writings to go to 9 to 4, probably drawing a -2, so that would put me at 7, and so that would allow me to yeah, you're right. Mark and Harvey split up. That is true. I probably just want to spend my actions to hop over to this Historical Society, because that was what I was planning on doing anyways. So yeah, let's just spend 2 and hop over and have that. That'll be that. I feel better about that. And then I can spam clues here. We only need 4, so ideally we can spam all of these clues pretty easily. It's only a shroud of 3. We have archaic glyphs, and then we also have working a hunch, and then we can take the horror to get the clues pretty quickly. Okay, so no enemies are in play, so Mark will draw a card, which is Emergency Aid. Choose an investigator to location, heal 2 damage from that investigator from an ally asset he or she controls, and we're at 8 cards with Mark. Harvey will draw a card into a cryptic writing. Bummer. I wanted to draw that in my turn. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. He has a hand size of 10, so we are good there. They both need money. Perfect. Okay, so there's that. Top of the round, skip placing. Mark's card is going to be the King's Edict. For each cultist enemy in play, move 1 clue from that enemy's location to that enemy. Until the end of the round, cultist enemy gets +1 fight for each clue. If no clues removed this way, the King's Edict gains Surge. We do not have a cultist enemy, so Mark surges into a locked door attached to the location with the most clues and without a locked door attached. The attached location cannot be investigated. Test Strength 4 to break down the door or Feat 4 to pick the locks. If you succeed, discard locked door. So that's going to be happening. We're going to definitely do that. Harvey's is going to be the cult search. If there's a cultist enemy with play with Doom on it, move all the Doom from each cultist enemy to the current agenda. Ooh. That's dangerous. If there are no other cultist enemy in play with Doom on it, search the encounter deck and discard power for a cultist enemy and draw it. Shuffle the encounter deck. So let's figure this out. So let's find a cultist enemy. Fanatic. Spawns at the location with the most clues. Move one clue from Fanatic's location to Fanatic. I think that's probably the right call. Agent of the King would also be good. So, okay, so Fanatic, this spawns here. Because Mark drew the card, does it automatically engage with Mark, or can it, I'm sorry, does it automatically engage with Harvey, or can Mark take it? Because they're at the same location. Regardless, I think that's the right call. Or we can go with the aloof guy. It spawns at the location so anyone can take it. Okay, then we'll take the Fanatic. Thank you. Okay, so we'll do that, and then Mark will engage the Fanatic. Okay, so now we're moving into the phase. We'll have Mark go first because he needs to kill the Fanatic and then break down that door. So the Fanatic is a 3. We'll fight with the hammer. Yeah, the hammer's really good. The hammer's really, really solid. It's going to be a 5... 8 to 3. I like those odds. 8 to 3 will swing and we will -2. That deals +2 damage, I guess. So the Fanatic's dead. Fanatic takes the clue. Oh yes, thank you. But it is gone now. And then when I defeat it, I take control of the clue. So Mark gets the clue. Cool. That's fun. That was fun. Mark is cool. Okay, so now let's break down this door. We're going to test. We got 5. We'll test an overpower to take it to 7 to 4. So with that, I feel pretty comfortable. Yeah, 7 to 4. We've got a -2, so we do successfully break down the door. Or break the lock, and then that was a successful skill test, so we do get to draw a card, which is Find Clothes, which can be a card that we probably are going to toss. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I could have Harvey draw that, or have him draw another card. I think right now there's really I want the shortcut. Yeah, we'll have him draw another card. So Let Me Handle This. So that's another copy of Let Me Handle This. Okay. But I do want that card that allows him to move with Harvey, because that's really nice. Okay, so now we're sitting with Harvey. Actually, no, that was 2 actions. We have one more action with Mark. Let's go ahead and just take a money. If we take the money, then we're able to play Beat Cop a little sooner. Let's just take that money. So Mark, let's go ahead and investigate with an Archaic Glyphs. We want to succeed by 2 or more. Actually, we want to succeed by as much as we possibly can. So, it's at 3. We at least want to do a 5. And we're testing for 5. So let's go with... Let's go 2. So we're going 7 to 5, 9 to 5, 11 to 5. Good old Harvey, right? So 9 to 5. Oh, hey, Fodder, how's it going? 9 to 3. For every 2 I succeed, I get an additional clue. 12 to 5 with Eureka. because then we'll be able to tutor a little bit. Okay, so 12 to 5. Or 12 to 3. 12 to 3. I'm going to draw a -2, so 10. So that's 7. So we discover 1, and we discover 1 additional clue for every 2 we succeed by. So that's 3. So we discover 4 clues. That's... Let me do that math one more time. So we did 12 to 3. So that's 9. We drew a -2. So we're at 10 to 3. So we succeeded by 7. For every 2, which is 3 instances of 2, we discover an additional clue. Okay, Archaic Glyphs is really good. Archaic Glyphs is really, really good. I don't think I realized that until I just discovered 4 clues with 1 action. Good gosh. Oh my goodness. That's one of those cards that's like, that looks good, and then I realized how much you can over succeed by, and that is really solid. We were successful, so this investigator performing the test searches the top 3 cards: logical reasoning, a shortcut, and a eureka. Let's take a eureka, just to help us search a little bit more. Glyphs is pretty good, I hear. Yeah, it is. It's incredibly good. You are correct. You are very, very correct there. Gosh, that was fun. These are just like fun decks. Okay, so that was Harvey's first action. I guess we'll spend 4 clues to advance. Oh, okay, sorry. Somewhere in the manor is a hidden library where you might be able to find more information about the King in Yellow. You must find a way in if you are able to continue your investigation. Can you trigger Harvey's signature card? I could normally, however, I had done that previously on Mark's turn. So I had Mark draw two cards because I'm searching for... I don't know why I had Mark draw 2 cards. What am I having Mark search for? No. Yeah, no, but yes, thank you for that. Okay. As you rummage through a desk drawer, you are startled when you hear a voice behind me. Excuse me, can I help you? You are relieved to find the voice belonging to a thin, elderly man wearing wide-rimmed glasses, a member of the Historical Society, no doubt. You explain to him that you are searching for a hidden library somewhere in the manor, though you purposely leave out why. He introduces himself as Mr. Peabody, as the Historical Society's the Historical Society curator. I'll help you find what you're looking for, he explains, but only if you tell me what this is all about when we get there. You hope it doesn't come to that. For each revealed Historical Society, add 1 clue per investigator to it, to a maximum of its clue value. Was that on the last one? Yes, that was on its last one. So this only had 4 on it, so this shouldn't be here. And Mark shouldn't have 1. Actually, yeah, Mark shouldn't have 1 because I overloaded it. So I'll fix that now. Put the set aside. Choose investigator to take control of the set aside Mr. Peabody asset. That's going to be Harvey because he has more ally slots, and we want to get Beat Cop into play. So Mr. Peabody is going to come in. He is not a Miskatonic University, but this states that we can have 2 slots for Miskatonic. So this is our ally slot. This is our Miskatonic slot. Put the set aside hidden library location into play. Hey, we got the hidden library. Hidden library. While an enemy is moving, hidden library gains the passageway trait. Okay. The Oath. This building is very old and filled with all manner of secret passageways, Mr. Peabody explains. Perhaps one of them will lead you to the library we're looking for. Locations with the passageway trait are connected to one another. Okay, so passageway, so that's connected here. Only investigators in the hidden library may spin the requisite number of clues as a group to advance, which is 3 per investigator. So the hidden library is connected to pretty much everything so far, except for the middle guys here. Mr. Peabody says, exhaust Mr. Peabody, choose a location until Mr. Peabody readies. That location gains -1 shroud and the passageway trait. That's cool. That's pretty solid. I like that. And then we need to place some clues out there. So this is going to get 2. And this is going to get 2. And we need 6 clues to move. I see 6 clues. I don't actually see any reason why we would go anywhere else. Other than the fact that these may have lower shroud values. Because 4 is a little higher than what I want it to be. So, the library is adjacent to all passageways when hunting. When hunting. I got it. Took me a second, but I realized what you're saying. Thank you. Yes. So there's a Mr. Peabody. Little does he know that an award will be named after him years later, and a hotel, and the hotel in Nashville, with all the ducks. They do the duck walk and the Peabody Hotel. It's really adorable. You need to spin clues in the hidden library. Yes, that is true. True. I do need to spin clues in the hidden library, and so, but this is attached to the hidden library, and so, I guess this does give me -1 shroud over here. And so I can do another archaic glyph shenanigans and discover those clues. But I need 6, and there are 6. I guess the other reason to go somewhere else is to, like, if an enemy pops up, right? So if an enemy pops up, then we'll have to go somewhere else. I kind of wish I knew, like, this is the fun design of me playing through blind, is like the first floor seems like it would have a lower shroud value, just like from a thematic standpoint, but it also takes a lot of actions to get down there. Okay. I still have 2 actions with Harvey. So I think what we'll do is we'll exhaust Mr. Peabody. And we will search 5 to 2 on the Historical Society without any modifications. -2, so we discover a clue. And then our last action, we'll do the same thing because it is -1 shroud until the end of the, until he readies. So skull is -0, so we're good. Do you need to spin the clues? Oh yeah, sorry, I already read that. So that's the second. Okay, so that's the 3 actions for each investigator, and then barring what happens in the Mythos phase, we'll probably hop over to the Historical Society, round up those clues. That is a shroud of 4. It will be a shroud of 3, so we can do the same type of stuff that we did over here. We may delay a turn so that we can try and archaic glyphs like crazy again. So we'll see. Okay, so no enemies in play, so we move on. Mark is going to draw Say Your Prayers, and then we have to discard 2 cards. We're going to toss a Fine Clothes, and we're going to toss one of the Let Me Handles This. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, we're good. And then he gets a money. Did you draw off a Vault of Knowledge? I did not. Thank you. I put that into play specifically for that. So Vault of Knowledge draws me a Charles Ross Esquire. Look at that. Okay, sweet. Nice. Which I can't play. I'd rather have Mr. Peabody in location, but he is a book, and so that's gonna help me with that. So we'll ready. Harvey's gonna draw into a magnifying glass, which is nice, and then he's gonna get a money. So I used his, and I may have misunderstood. I did misunderstand you, Fodder. I apologize. So I thought you were saying, can I trigger Harvey's ability to draw an additional card? I did that one at on Mark's turn, but I had Vault of Knowledge, which I played, which is his signature card, which I think is what you were saying. And no, I totally forgot about that. So thank you. Yep, cool. We're all on the same page. Vault of Knowledge makes sense thematically because you're because you're in a library. That is true. That's great. Yes, I like that. That's fun. Okay, so he got the money, so we're at the top. Skip. Mark gets a. You can either spin 1 clue or take 2 damage. We got to take that 2 damage. And then after he has 5 or more damage on him, so we are at 4 damage on him. So we probably want to look at healing him somehow, which can be a logical reason. Nope, that's horror. Ugh. We can have medical student heal. I don't want to hurt Mark that much. When you play Harvey, I'm so used to drawing 2 cards. Your first investigate ever. Yeah, right. Then it's gonna be Harvey's turn. Harvey's got an Acolyte. Any empty location, and after Acolyte enters play, place 1 Doom on it. So we will 1, 2, 3. We'll place it right here on the Quiet, and that gets a Doom. Then we'll go. We'll have Mark go first because of the Acolyte spawns. So Mark will go. He'll go 1. This Acolyte will engage. And then we are going to hammer. Bring the hammer. So we're gonna go for a 8 to 3. We're gonna draw a -2, so that deals way more damage than what we needed, and the Acolyte is gone, and so is the Doom. And then for our third action, we'll hop over to the Historical Society. Yep, and then Harvey will go 1, 2 to the Historical Society. And then we will play. Oh, that hammer! Hammer's so much fun. I'm having a blast with the hammer. I'm not gonna lie. I think what we'll do is we will play arts, or we'll spin 2 and play Art Student and have her interplay. It's my second Misatonic asset, and then we'll discover a clue here. Okay. The other thing that could be bad is if one of the monsters that comes out that eats clues is that could also change our plans, but I think we're fine. Cyclopean Hammer is insane. It's awesome. I was gonna go with the 1-2 punch, and I'm glad that I was talked out of it because this is something else. Alrighty, so that's it. Those are my 3 actions, so we will know enemies are in play. Mark will draw a card. Oh, and the Man in the Fouled Mask, location furthest from all the investigators. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be this Historical Society over here. And I know I'm supposed to go like kill him, but it makes it really hard when he's so far away. And then Harvey's is going to be Burn the Midnight Oil. When this action begins, gain 2 resources. It's an investigate action. I like that. At the top of... Oh, and he gets money. At the top of the round, we skip this. Mark is going to draw into a Mysterious Chanting. Place 2 Doom on the nearest cultist enemy. If there are no cultist enemy in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a cultist enemy and draw it. Okay, so that's actually... We're going to do the Fanatic. Because we can take a clue from the Fanatic. So Fanatic's going to interplay here. Because it's the location with the most clues. And after we move a clue from our location to Fanatic, which I think is a Doom. Yeah. But then whenever we defeat it, we take control of all of its clues. Can you cheese the distance using the library and passageway keyword? I'm not quite sure I understand. So I can get the passageway keyword with Mr. Peabody. So that's the way that I can get into the passageway. So when I exhaust him, this... Oh, that location gains the passageway. Oh, wait, hold on. While an enemy is moving, hidden library gains the passageway trait. Okay, so I guess I don't know how to get to the hidden library. I thought the hidden library had the passageway trait. Trying not to be too spoiler, the designers try and not hard to lock you out of the game, so you can almost guess there's at least some clues on the library. That's fair. To get to the valid... Oh, yeah, I could do that. But... I don't know how to get to the library. Am I just missing something? Because the library does not have the passageway trait. Unless an enemy is moving. Peabody needs to give it. Choose... Oh, I choose a location, not my current location. Got it. Okay. Cool. I could... Okay. So I could Peabody down to the man in the fouled mask. Kill him. I see what we're saying. For some reason, I thought Peabody said the current location. Cool. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. And I think Mark still needs a card, which is Secret Carcosa. Any empty historical society location. And then actually this is going to be here. Exhaust an ally set. Discover a clue at this location once per round. Comes in with 2. I was wrong about lower shroud down here. Then any empty historical society. I guess we'll go there. Your current location also needs passageway trait, so keep that in mind. And this one does. This one does have the passageway trait. So does this one. Yes. No. I love the idea. I love the idea of hopping down here, because that's really fun. And then also all the passageways, so I can actually hop in between here. Now that I'm looking at it, like I didn't need to because all the passageway traits are connected to each other. So I could have skipped here, because those are all connected. And then these are now connected because this has the passageway trait as well. That's cool. Okay, that's fun. At the end of the Mythos phase, move 1 clue from Secret Carcosa's location to Secret Carcosa if you cannot place 1 doom on Secret Carcosa instead. So we do have to take care of Seeker, which we probably can. If we go 1 to Fanatic, kill, hop over for 2 and kill Seeker, I believe that should be fine with Mark. And then if we Archaic Glyphs, yeah, we should be able to Archaic Glyphs and grab those 2 clues, then hop over to Historical Society to stay with Mark, because Mark is his best friend. So let's have Mark go first. So Mark is going to... Oh, he has a Fanatic. So let's go ahead and swing at the Fanatic. So we're swinging 8 to 3. And we've got a Skull, which is -0. So the Fanatic dies. That's 1. 2, because they're connected, because they both have the passageway trait. Oh, he's aloof. Ah, dang it. I hate the aloof. Who said it earlier? Aloof sucks. One, two, three. I could grab Seeker. Bye Fanatic. GG Fanatic. I guess we'll go here. We won't engage because I don't want to take the mental stuff, but we will. We got 2, 4, 6, 8 cards. I'll go ahead and gain a money. That'll be, money is always good. So that's 3. Now we've got Harvey. Harvey will exhaust Mr. Peabody to give this -1 shroud. We will then spend this 1 as a fast action to play a magnifying glass. So now we're at 6 and we're investigating 3. Let's go ahead and toss Archaic Glyphs so that we are investigating here. 6 to 3. We'll go 7. 7 probably guarantees us the 2. Let's go 8 for Eureka. We'll hang on to Charles Ross. Actually, we won't. We don't need Charles Ross at all because we're not going to play him because we have Mr. Peabody. So we'll go 9 to 3. 9 to 3. And we've got a 0. Okay, so we discovered these 2 clues easily. We'll flip this guy over. It was probably Strange Solution. It's such a harsh keyword, especially for these gators that like to evade. And yeah, right? Oh, geez. Those gators that like to evade enemies. Yeah. So we did that. We did succeed. So Eureka triggers. So we'll search the top 3. Laboratory Assistant, Magnifying Glass, and an Art Student. I would probably rather have the Laboratory Assistant than the Art Student. Yeah, so we'll take the Laboratory Assistant into our hand. We'll shuffle. We'll trigger Harvey's ability to draw an additional card, and then we'll exhaust Vault of Knowledge to draw a card. So we got a Higher Education, and we've got a Logical Reasoning. So that was 1, 2 for the Investigate, 3 to hop. There. Okay. So enemies, aloof, nothing, no hunters. We're not engaged. So then we move here. So we take 1 for Mark. Actually, we'll draw a card first. Overpower. Okay. Now we have to get rid of a card. Let's go ahead and toss a... I'm going to toss a Say Your Prayers. I don't think we need Say Your Prayers, because we have a lot of copies of Guts in all of our hands. So we'll try and not have him lower that his threshold anymore. Then he got the money. Now Harvey's going to draw a card into Burning the Midnight Oil. So that gives us 2 in resources when we investigate. And then we've got a money. Skip this. Mark's card is a King's Edict. For each cultist enemy in play, move 1 clue from that enemy's location to the enemy until the end of the round. Each cultist in play and gets +1/+5 for each clue and or doom on it. Oh, that's not good. And if no clues are moved by this effect, it gains Surge. So this will actually still be a thing, but it surges into an Acolyte, any empty location. Of course, it's an empty location. After Acolyte enters play, place 1 doom on it. We're gonna go with the empty hall, entry hall, and that comes in with 1 doom. And Harvey's card is the Cult Search. If there's a cultist enemy in play with doom on it, move all doom from the cultist enemy to the current agenda. This effect may cause the current agenda to advance if there are no cultist enemy in play, yada yada yada. Okay, so we're at 2 out of 4 here. At the end of the Mythos phase, we'll add 1 doom to Speaker, and now he has a 3 fight. He's at 3 fight. So something to keep in mind there. And then we move on to our turn. So we will have Mark go first. What we're going to do is we're going to spend 4 resources to put Beat Cop into play. And then we will engage the Seeker. And then we will fight the Seeker. So we're fighting 9 to 3, and we've got a -1. So that deals +2 damage, so the speaker dies. Okay, so that was the 3 actions. Now Harvey has forgot to unexhaust. I kind of want to hop down to the Man in the Foul Mask, but I don't want to split up the party. Yeah, it was B cap, engage 3. I don't have a shortcut either, which would have been nice to have. Seeker should have additional Doom, I think, from the end of the Mythos phase, which you drew him. Should have an additional... You're right, so I would have advanced. Ah, dang it. Okay, good call. Okay, so this guy's up here. Let me just rewind this then. This guy's up here. And the Foul Mask, Doom clears everything. So Seeker has 0 Doom on him. And we'll read. A phrase in a language you cannot describe whispers through the building, and without warning, all of the electric lights shatter at once. You light a nearby candle and continue your search. The building is quite different once plunged into the darkness. Shadows and silhouettes dance along the walls. Crevices you hadn't noticed before draw your wary eye. What other secrets does this building hold? Shuffle the encounter deck discard pile into the encounter deck. And it says, ransacking the manor. Though the whispering has ceased, the sound of rummaging and furniture shifting is unmistakable. Whoever is here, they're searching just as thoroughly as you are. Skip to place 1 Doom, and after 1 or more clues is placed on an enemy. So it's the same thing. Okay, so there was no modification, and so in that sense, I will have said that we are... We'll... Okay, so everything resolved the same. We're just on Agenda 2. No advance, but the agenda should now have 3 Doom on it. No, it would have been an advance. No, I think it does advance, right? Because we had 3 clues in play. Oh. Okay, yeah, okay, so it should have 3 on it. Okay. Sorry about that. Got a little bit of spoiler for myself. So everything is still the same. Okay. Because this had 1 on it. We moved 1. And then at the end, after we checked, we would have added the 4th onto the Acolyte. I'm following now. But so we have 3. We haven't advanced. Mark's done all of his stuff. So now it's Harvey's turn. This one can get complicated sometimes. Not adding Doom breaks. Yeah, it's like it just like messes with my order of operations here. Okay, so Harvey. Oh, actually, what we can probably do is Harvey hasn't taken anything, so we can hop down, investigate, and hop back up. So let's hop down to the Man in the Foul Mask. We are going to investigate, and it gets +2 Shroud. So it's at 6. And we are at 6. Did I miss a clue somewhere? Mark was supposed to get the clue when he killed the enemy. I was like, I thought I did all the math right. Yeah, so Mark was supposed to get that clue. So we're coming down here. We're going 6 to 6. Let's toss a Higher Education and a Burning the Midnight Oil for 8 to 6. And we've got a 0. Okay, so we are good. So we have, instead of discovering clues, we defeat the man in the valid mask. And so we will remember that we did that. Chasing the stranger. Add another mark to chasing the stranger. And then for my third action, we will hop back up to here. Okay, sweet. I'm liking it. No enemies in play that do anything. And then we've got Mark drawing a card into True Grit. Ooh, I like True Grit from Mark. That's nice. I don't know if I'll ever play it. We're at 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. B-Cup is on the table. That was part of his action. So we're actually only at 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. So we're good. We're good. Because I've paid all the money, but I forgot to put B-Cup back onto the table. Okay. And then he... Mark gets some money. Harvey is going to draw a card into a magnifying glass. A second magnifying glass. And then he's going to get a money. Skip. Mark's card is Whispers in Your Head, Peril Hidden. Secretly add Whispers in your head to your hand. You cannot play events. Discard Whispers in Your Head for 2 actions. Okay. And then Harvey's card is going to be Led Astray, Peril. You must decide to place one of your clues on a cultist enemy, place 1 doom on the current agenda, and that can cause this to advance. We're gonna to place the doom on the agenda. I do feel like I cheated a little bit because I saw what was happening, but here we are. So same thing, and we're here. Okay. Okay, so now it's my turn. Let us have Harvey go first. We are going to exhaust Mr. Peabody to give the hidden library the passageway trait and -1 shroud. We will then use Harvey to move into the hidden library. While an enemy is moving, hidden library gains the passageway trait. This has a victory 2 on it, and then it has 6 clues and 4 shroud. Ooh. Well, that's tempting. The victory 2 is really tempting considering we haven't seen any other victory points this game. And so I'm thinking that we probably want to spend a little bit of time getting those clues. So that was 2 actions. It's actually at 3 shroud right now. Let's spend 1 to play a mag glass, which is a fast action. So we're 3 to 7. I'm trying to figure out if Archaic Glyphs is the right call right now. I don't think it is, honestly. I think we can probably use, or hopefully draw into like Perception or something later. That helps a little bit more. You have a date tonight. First one in like 5 years. I'm pretty nervous. I don't know. But with that said, I have to go in like 30 minutes or so to get ready. That's awesome. Congratulations. Good luck. Nice. That's exciting. That's exciting. Okay, so let's try and wrap it up in 30 minutes. How about that? So, so let's go ahead and investigate without Archaic Glyphs. With Peabody, you are 4 up currently. Yep, so we're at... That is true. Okay, so I'm at 5, 7 to 3. So I'm up 4, but I only have 1 card to commit to the skill test. And what I'm thinking is that probably we have other cards to commit from Harvey or from Mark. So once he's down there, that may be a better option to use it. And I can exhaust Mr. Peabody again to give it -1 shroud next turn. and then hopefully be able to draw, because I'll be drawing 3 cards, maybe draw into like a perception or something, because I think I've only seen 1 of those. So, and since I only have 1 more charge, I'd rather try and maximize that. So we're up 4. We got a 0. So we would have discovered 2 additional clues. So that would have been nice, but here we go. I want those sweet, sweet victory points. Let's go ahead and spend 2 actions to get rid of whispers in your head, and then we'll move down here with Mark. No enemies in play that do anything, so we'll hop up to the top. We'll skip. Mark's card is going to be Descendant of Madness. Surge, if you have at least 3 horror on you, lose 1 action. Good. Yes, thank you. Vault of Knowledge. It's like trigger. So we got a Charles Ross, Esquire. And we've got a, after you fail a skill test, take 1 horror. This is still on. Yeah, that's still on the camera. Good. Okay. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yep, so we did 2, moved, and we're good. So no enemies that do anything. Mark is going to draw a card into Inspiring Presence, and he gets some money. Harvey is going to draw a card into Art Student, and he gets some money. Okay. Harvey almost does not care about that weakness. Yeah, it was a really solid draw for me, for Harvey. And then Mark got the one where you discard all your resources, and that would have been so bad for Harvey. Although Harvey hasn't been doing a lot with his resources this game, or he's been spending a lot of them. Okay, so we did Descendant of Madness, so this surges. Surges into Led Astray. You must decide to place 1 of your clues on a cultist enemy, or place 1 doom on the current agenda, and this can cause it to advance. We'll place 1 I guess, like, why not, right? We'll place a clue on the Acolyte, which is a doom, which is not as permanent as placing 1 on the current agenda. And then Harvey's is Peril Hidden. You cannot move more than once each turn, and then we can spend 2 actions to discard from our hand. I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. Okay, so let's have Harvey go first. So first thing, I'm going to have Harvey draw a card. I'll draw 2 cards. Perception, there we go. That's what I was, and a working a hunch. Beautiful. Okay. Then we will spend our second action to use Mr. Peabody to give it the passageway trait. So now it's a 3. Sweet. Yeah, that was fun. That was cool. That was really cool. Okay, so now it's a 3. We are investigating 7 to 3. We're gonna go perception for 9, working a hunch for 10, or for 11. Charles Ross for 12. 12 to 3. That probably gets us most of the clues. But over here we've got inspiring. No, we'll do an emergency aid. So that's 13 to 3. So we're up 10. We'll probably draw a -2 for every 2. 13 to 10. Why does this math hurt my head so much? 13 to 3. We'll probably succeed by 8, which will be 4 clues plus the additional. Play working a hunch. Oh, yeah. I could do that. Well, I also have an art student in my hand, and so I guess I just I guess playing. Yeah, no, let's do this, and then for my third action, actually this is my third action, but next turn I can play Arch Student if I want to. But oh, working a hunch is fast though. Working a hunch is fast, so let's keep that. Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, so 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's just go for it. 12 to 3. And we got +1. Okay, so there you go. So that's 13 to 3. We succeed by 5, so we get all of the clues. We succeed. Yeah, that was dumb. That was sweet. That was a good pull. That was a fun pull. That's crazy. That was insane. Archaic Glyphs is so good. Archaic Glyphs is really, really solid. Okay, so then we will spend 3 clues per investigator as a fast action. And Mark hasn't even gone yet, which is excellent. That's the wrong cup. To advance, as you study the hidden library, you find new pieces of information that stand out. As with the recent production, the previous performance of The King in Yellow came to Arkham from overseas and was performed by a French acting troupe. You don't recognize any of the cast members' names, and of course the actor who played the role of the stranger is anonymous. However, it seems that a member of the Historical Society has done some of your work for you. There are several old newspaper clippings gathered around, along with information about the play. Headlines include Cedar Playhouse closes due to fire, experts baffled over freak floods, and the like. Hidden amongst the information, you also find a strange object, a clasp of onyx with an alien inscription. The investigators must decide, this is an important discovery, we should take it. It's just a silly trinket and would be wrong to steal from the Historical Society. I have no qualms with stealing from the Historical Society. I want to make that very clear. I am absolutely okay with stealing from this Historical Society, so we are going to take it. Go to Resolution 1. Resolution 1. There are no coincidences when it comes to the King in Yellow. There is no doubt in your mind that the object you have found is important. You decide to take it with you before continuing your investigation. The last record you find related to the original production of The King in Yellow is the psychiatric evaluation of one Daniel Chesterfield, a stagehand who lost his wits after the final show. It seems he was admitted to the asylum after the production ended. Perhaps he is still there. Thief! Baggins! Thank you for chiming in with that, Istari. That made me happy. In your campaign log, record that you took the Onyx clasp and mark 1 conviction in your campaign log. Okay, so let's go ahead and just do that. So we took the Onyx class. Mark 1 conviction. Is that different than doubt? I assume so. Let's take a look at what that is. Clasp with the black onyx. Oh no, it's a weakness. Oh, that's sad. That's fair. That's fair. While the clasp of black onyx is in your hand, increase the cost of each other card in your hand by 1. A gift unlooked for. Nice. I did not see this journal thing before. It's nice. Stealing is wrong. Yes, there should be doubt and conviction. Okay. Yeah, the journal. It's from Tesseract Games. And so it's a nice like journal where you can mark your campaign log, mark your, and it has I think room for a good number of scenarios, and then standalone scenarios in the back. It's nice. Oh, here you go. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe, campaigns worth of stuff in it. So it's nice. I really like it. That's fair. Class with the black onyx. That's fair. Each investigator earns experience total to the victory X of each card in the victory display. I know there was one enemy that needed one. I don't think I ever drew it. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss it. Oh yeah, and I got 2 victory points from the from here. So 2 victory points. If Sebastian Moreau is in the victory display, record his name in your campaign log under the VIP slain. So it is not. Remove all bad tokens from the chaos bag, cultist tablet and heart, and add 2 cultist tokens to the chaos bag. Well, there you go. I agree. It wasn't the strongest scenario that I played. It felt like I appreciated what they were trying to do with the like with not having there and then not having the doom there and then having all the cultists be the ones that added doom. I thought that was an interesting idea. I'm not quite sure how well it was executed, just because like we had Mark can take care of them so much, so there really wasn't ever a timer, I felt like. So I guess like for that, we are also just really efficient right now. Our actions are really, really strong. So yeah, no, it was an okay scenario. I didn't not enjoy it, so there is that. But awesome. Well, thank you all for hanging out. I am on vacation for a while, so I will be out all next week, so I'm not going to be streaming next week, but I will be back the following week. So keep a look for the schedule and everything on either the Discord, on Twitch, for what the stream schedule looks like, because it may be slightly different depending on what time we get home. But other than that, yeah, thanks for hanging out. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Friday. Strange Solutions, good luck on the date. Very exciting. Hope you have a good one. And yeah, so thanks for hanging out, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.